In a pivotal moment for the future of U.S. space exploration, congressional leaders are pushing for a renewed focus on NASA's authorization and commercial space legislation. During the 27th Annual Commercial Space Conference in Washington, D.C., Senator Ted Cruz, Republican, Texas, and Representative Brian Babin, Republican, Texas, articulated their plans to revitalize legislative frameworks that could significantly shape the trajectory of American space endeavors. The absence of a standalone NASA authorization bill since 2017 has raised concerns about the agency's operational direction and funding. Cruz, who championed a NASA authorization bill in December 2024, indicated his intentions to reintroduce this critical legislation. He emphasized the importance of ensuring a seamless transition from the International Space Station (ISS) to commercial space stations in low Earth orbit (LEO), stating, "This bill would not only ensure that we have no gap in capability after ISS, but would enshrine in statute that it is the official position of the United States to maintain a continuous human presence in LEO." He further warned against abandoning LEO in favor of lunar or Martian pursuits, arguing that this could create a vacuum that adversaries like China might exploit. Echoing Cruz's sentiments, Babin highlighted the urgency of returning U.S. astronauts to the lunar surface, stressing that a NASA authorization bill is crucial for maintaining focus amid potential shifts in priorities. "My top priority is ensuring that U.S. astronauts return to the lunar surface and that we do so before the CCP," he asserted. Babin's emphasis on using the Moon as a testing ground for future deep space missions underscores a strategic approach to space exploration. With both legislators recognizing the need for careful planning regarding the ISS's future and the emerging commercial platforms. Beyond NASA's authorization, Babin reiterated the importance of commercial space legislation that addresses mission authorization, a long-standing challenge for regulating commercial activities in space. His previous bill, which passed committee approval but stalled, sought to streamline regulatory responsibilities by placing them under the Commerce Department. This contrasts with the Biden administration's proposal, which would have divided responsibilities between the Commerce and Transportation departments. If the United States seeks to be the forum of choice for space operations, it's critical that we facilitate space commerce by establishing appropriate frameworks for commercial space operators, Babin remarked. Cruz also voiced the need for a comprehensive reassessment of existing regulatory structures, suggesting that the Federal Aviation Administration's Office of Commercial Space Transportation could be more effective as an independent entity. "It is long past time for Congress to take decisive action to ensure that they do," he stated, highlighting a sense of urgency to adapt regulatory frameworks to better support the burgeoning commercial space industry. As the new Congress embarks on its legislative agenda, the pressure to pass a NASA authorization bill intensifies, particularly with upcoming fiscal appropriations looming. Representative Tom Cole, Republican, Oklahoma chair of the House Appropriations Committee, has signaled that the absence of authorization could jeopardize funding for NASA and the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, emphasizing the need for timely legislative action. The push for renewed authorization and regulatory clarity comes at a time when the stakes for U.S. leadership in space are higher than ever. With the Artemis program aiming to return humans to the Moon and lay the groundwork for future Mars missions, the legislative landscape will play a crucial role in shaping the nation's space ambitions. As both chambers of Congress work to align their priorities, the potential for new policies that bolster NASA's capabilities and foster commercial space growth is within reach. The coming months will be critical as lawmakers navigate these complex issues with the promise of renewed investment and innovation on the horizon. In a dazzling display of nature's majesty, NASA recently captured stunning footage of the aurora borealis, commonly known as the Northern Lights, from the vantage point of the International Space Station (ISS). The vibrant green glow which graced the skies over Canada on January 4, 2025 was showcased in a video that highlights the interplay of solar activity and Earth's atmosphere. The phenomenon occurs when electrically charged particles released by the Sun collide with atmospheric gases, creating a stunning visual spectacle that has captivated observers for centuries. This captivating imagery not only serves as a reminder of the beauty of our planet but also underscores the importance of continuous observation and research conducted from space. While NASA continues to document Earth's natural wonders, significant developments are also unfolding in the realm of space policy. On February 12 at the 27th Annual Commercial Space Conference, leaders from Congress outlined their priorities for the new legislative session, emphasizing the need for a NASA authorization bill and commercial space legislation. Senator Ted Cruz, Republican, Texas, chairman of the Senate Commerce Committee, expressed his commitment to reintroducing a standalone NASA authorization bill which has not been passed since 2017 except for its inclusion in broader legislation like the CHIPS and Science Act of 2022. Cruz stressed that the new bill aims to facilitate the transition from the ISS to commercial space stations in low Earth orbit, emphasizing the necessity of maintaining a continuous human presence in space. Abandoning a low and some well-intentioned but misguided effort to focus only on the Moon or only on Mars would only allow China to fill that void, Cruz warned, pointing to the geopolitical implications of U.S. space policy. Echoing his sentiments, Representative Brian Babin, Republican, Texas, chair of the House Science Committee, highlighted the urgency of ensuring that American astronauts return to the lunar surface before their Chinese counterparts. "We will use the Moon as a proving ground, allowing us to develop and test technologies needed for future deep space missions," he stated, reinforcing the critical role that lunar exploration plays in broader goals for human spaceflight, including potential missions to Mars. As Congress prepares to tackle these legislative priorities, the implications of these policies extend beyond mere authorizations. Babin also indicated plans to reintroduce a commercial space bill designed to streamline mission authorizations, a move he believes is crucial for fostering an environment conducive to commercial space ventures. If the United States seeks to be the forum of choice for space operations, it's critical that we facilitate space commerce by establishing appropriate frameworks for commercial space operators, he asserted. The significance of these legislative efforts is heightened by the looming fiscal pressures on government agencies, with appropriators set to begin discussions on the fiscal year 2026 budget soon. The absence of a current NASA authorization could expose the agency to potential funding cuts, a risk acknowledged by House Appropriations Committee Chair Tom Cole, Republican, Oklahoma. This underscores the urgency for lawmakers to act swiftly to secure NASA's funding and operational stability. Meanwhile, aboard the ISS, research continues to focus on the health and well-being of astronauts during long-duration missions. Recent studies involving vein scans and muscle stimulation experiments aim to counteract the physical challenges posed by microgravity. By employing advanced ultrasound technology, astronauts have been actively monitoring their vascular health, collecting crucial data that will inform future space missions. As they navigate the complexities of living in space, these investigations are pivotal in ensuring that crews remain healthy and capable of executing their objectives. Additionally, the ISS's cupola module recently celebrated its 15th anniversary, having provided astronauts with breathtaking views of Earth and a unique platform for scientific observations. Originally delivered by the Space Shuttle Endeavour in 2010, the cupola has become a symbol of human ingenuity and exploration, showcasing the intersection of art and science as astronauts capture stunning imagery of our planet from orbit. As NASA continues its dual mission of exploration and research, the interplay between policy, technology, and human health remains crucial. With the prospect of new legislation on the horizon and ongoing scientific investigations aboard the ISS, the future of space exploration promises to be as dynamic and awe-inspiring as the auroras that grace our skies. As we look ahead, it is clear that the journey into the cosmos is just beginning, and the discoveries that await us are bound to shape humanity's understanding of its place in the universe. In a noteworthy development for the space community, NASA astronauts Sunita Williams and Butch Wilmore are set to return to Earth sooner than initially planned thanks to collaborative efforts between NASA and SpaceX. Originally slated for a late March or April return, their homecoming has now been rescheduled for mid-March following the decision to utilize a previously flown SpaceX capsule. This adjustment comes on the heels of technical issues encountered with Boeing's Starliner, which has delayed the astronauts' return from the International Space Station ISS. NASA's announcement made on February 11 underscores the agency's commitment to ensuring the safety and efficiency of its missions. In a joint statement, NASA officials indicated that the partnership with SpaceX has allowed for operational flexibility in addressing unforeseen challenges that arise in human spaceflight. Human spaceflight is full of unexpected challenges. Our operational flexibility is enabled by the tremendous partnership between NASA and SpaceX, stated Steve Stick, manager of NASA's Commercial Crew Program. This sentiment reflects the adaptability required in managing complex missions to the ISS. The upcoming Crew 10 mission, which is set to launch on March 12, will bring new astronauts to the ISS while facilitating the return of the current Crew 9 team, which includes Williams and Wilmore. Their extended stay aboard the ISS has surpassed 8 months, a significant duration that highlights the need for timely and safe crew rotations. The return of the Crew 9 astronauts is contingent on favorable weather conditions at the designated splashdown sites off the Florida coast, emphasizing the critical interplay between environmental factors and space operations. The Crew 9 mission, which also includes NASA astronauts Nick Hague and Roscosmos cosmonaut Alexander Gorbanov, has faced a series of challenges, particularly relating to the malfunction of the Boeing Starliner capsule. Initially scheduled for a brief test flight, the Starliner encountered several technical problems that led to its return to Earth without a crew. As a result, NASA reallocated its astronauts to the more reliable SpaceX Crew 9 capsule. This situation has not only underscored the importance of robust contingency planning in space missions but also the evolving dynamics of international collaboration in space exploration. The Crew 10 mission will feature a diverse team including astronauts from NASA, the Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency JAXA, and Roscosmos. This collaboration reinforces the ISS program's commitment to fostering global partnerships in advancing scientific understanding and technological innovation. Amid these developments, Sunita Williams has candidly shared insights from her extended time in microgravity, revealing the physical and psychological challenges faced by astronauts. In a recent video conference, she expressed the difficulty of adjusting to life in space, stating, "I haven't laid down. I haven't walked. I haven't sat down." Her reflections provide a poignant reminder of the sacrifices and adaptations required for long-duration space missions. As the space community anticipates the return of Williams and Wilmore, the focus remains on the ongoing research conducted aboard the ISS, including studies on human health and microgravity. NASA continues to explore ways to mitigate the adverse effects of long-term spaceflight, ensuring that future missions can support astronauts' well-being during extended stays beyond Earth. Looking ahead, the partnership between NASA and SpaceX illustrates the ongoing evolution of space transportation and exploration. With each mission, lessons learned contribute to improving safety protocols and operational efficiencies, paving the way for more ambitious endeavors in human space exploration. As the scheduled return date approaches, the world watches closely, eager to witness the next chapter in the remarkable journeys of astronauts in the uncharted realms of space. NASA is making significant strides in the realm of wildfire management and atmospheric research through innovative drone technology. In a recent demonstration held in Missoula, Montana, NASA researchers tested the capabilities of the Alta-X quadcopter outfitted with advanced sensors designed to enhance localized weather forecasting known as micrometeorology. This initiative is part of the FireSense project, which aims to provide critical meteorological data to aid in predicting fire behavior, an increasingly crucial endeavor as wildfires grow more frequent and severe. The testing took place amidst the backdrop of ongoing wildfires, underscoring the urgency of improving fire management strategies. Wildfires are escalating in both number and intensity, particularly in the U.S., remarked Jacqueline Schumann, a FireSense project scientist at NASA's Ames Research Center. Wind plays a pivotal role in fire dynamics, often leading to unforeseen fire growth and public safety risks. By utilizing drones equipped with wind sensors, NASA aims to create a more accurate and sustainable method for forecasting fire behavior, potentially transforming how agencies respond to wildland fires. Traditionally, meteorological data has been gathered using weather balloons, which are effective for regional forecasts but insufficient for the rapidly changing conditions associated with wildfires. These drones are not meant to replace weather balloons, explained Jennifer Fowler, FireSense project manager. Rather, our goal is to provide a drop-in solution for more frequent and localized data. The Alta X can conduct flights every few hours over specific locations, offering real-time insights that are critical for fire crews on the ground. This flexibility allows for timely decision-making regarding resource deployment and community protection. The choice of sensor technology for the drone is particularly noteworthy. The FireSense team selected a radiosonde and an anemometer, both commonly used in meteorology, to ensure that the data collected would be readily interpretable by operational agencies like the U.S. Forest Service. "We are taking a sensor type that is already used all over the world and giving it wings," said Robert McSwain, the FireSense UAS lead. This integration not only streamlines the data collection process but also enhances the potential for operational adoption by existing fire management agencies. The Missoula campaign, which involved 8 data collection flights, was deemed an alignment of stars by McSwain due to the region's complex topography and the concurrent wildfires, which provided a real-world testing ground for the technology. Collaborating with local universities, the NASA team launched weather balloons to collect baseline data, which was then compared with the drone-collected information. This collaboration extended to data visualization partners including MITRE, NVIDIA, and ESRI, who transformed complex datasets into comprehensible formats for incident commanders, thereby facilitating quicker operational responses. Looking ahead, NASA plans to extend the capabilities tested in Missoula to other regions. The Alta X quadcopter and its sensor payload will be deployed in Alabama and Florida in the spring of 2025 to continue refining this technology. "We have built up a UAS flight capability that can now be used across NASA," McSwain noted, emphasizing the scalability of this initiative. As NASA advances its drone capabilities for wildfire management, the implications extend beyond immediate fire response. The FireSense project exemplifies how integrating cutting-edge technology into traditional practices can lead to more effective and sustainable approaches to environmental challenges. As wildfires continue to threaten communities and ecosystems, ongoing research and technological innovation will be vital in enhancing our ability to predict and mitigate these disasters, paving the way for a future where data-driven decision-making becomes the norm and emergency response. In the ever-expanding realm of extraterrestrial exploration, NASA continues to break new ground with its Mars missions, showcasing the resilience and ingenuity of both its robotic rovers and the teams behind them. Recent updates from the Curiosity rover and the Perseverance rover highlight not only the scientific advancements being made but also the educational initiatives that inspire the next generation of space explorers. On February 11, 2025, NASA's Curiosity rover marked Sol 4450 by capturing a stunning image of its scientific targets in Gale Crater, including a flat rock nicknamed Catalina Island. As the Martian winter approaches, Curiosity faces the challenge of chilling temperatures, requiring extended warm-up times before it can resume its scientific activities. Just like humans feel the effects of the cold, Curiosity must also adapt to the dropping temperatures to continue its important work, explained Alex Innanen, an atmospheric scientist involved with the rover's mission. Despite the harsh conditions, Curiosity is busy conducting contact science, utilizing its advanced instruments like ChemCam and MassCam to analyze various geological features. Among the targets for investigation are Point Dume and Whittier Narrows, with the rover also keeping a vigilant eye on atmospheric conditions, including a dust devil survey and cloud observations. The ongoing monitoring of these environmental factors is critical as they can impact future missions and our understanding of Martian weather patterns. In a parallel narrative of exploration, NASA's Perseverance rover is making significant strides in its quest to uncover the secrets of ancient Martian water. Recent analyses of rock samples have revealed millimeter-sized grains indicative of past water exposure, hinting at potentially habitable conditions on the planet. The samples will help us learn more about Mars, but they can also help us learn more about Earth because the surface of Mars is generally much older than the surface of Earth, said Libby Hausroth, a geochemist involved in the Mars sample return team. However, the true potential of these findings can only be realized once the samples are returned to Earth, allowing for more sophisticated analysis that cannot be conducted on Mars due to limitations in the rover's instruments. Amidst these scientific endeavors, the excitement of space exploration is being cultivated at the grassroots level. A team of students from Shasta High School has been selected by NASA to conduct a high-altitude test of their project, which focuses on how Martian soil can shield against radiation. Their innovative design will involve testing sensors encased in different depths of simulated Martian soil, providing valuable data for future manned missions to Mars. Zach Brown, one of the students, emphasized the practical benefits of their experiment, noting going subterranean on Mars is probably the most cost-effective way to escape the harsh conditions of the surface. As NASA continues to push the boundaries of our understanding of Mars, the collaborative efforts between its rovers and the next generation of scientists demonstrate a commitment to not only explore but also educate. The data gathered by Curiosity and Perseverance will undoubtedly inform future missions, including the planned Mars Sample Return campaign, which aims to bring Martian material back to Earth by the 2030s. With each advancement, NASA is one step closer to unraveling the mysteries of the Red Planet and potentially finding signs of past life. As we look to the future, the combined efforts of robotic explorers and enthusiastic young minds promise to enhance our understanding of Mars, paving the way for humanity's eventual journey to the stars. NASA is poised to take a significant leap in lunar exploration with its upcoming Lunar Trailblazer mission, designed to map water on the Moon with unprecedented detail. Scheduled for launch on February 26, 2025. This small yet ambitious satellite will embark on a complex journey to the Moon, utilizing a unique looping trajectory that harnesses gravitational forces from the Earth, Moon, and Sun to minimize fuel consumption. Upon its arrival, Lunar Trailblazer will orbit approximately 60 miles 100 kilometers above the lunar surface, where it will conduct a 2-year prime mission aimed at identifying the locations, forms, and variations of water on the Moon. The data collected will not only deepen our understanding of lunar water cycles but also aid future human and robotic missions by pinpointing accessible water resources. The mission will contribute significantly to our understanding of water on airless bodies throughout the solar system, said Bethany Ellman, principal investigator from Caltech. The spacecraft's journey is intricately choreographed, involving a series of flybys and trajectory corrections. The initial boost from the rocket sends the spacecraft past the Moon and into deep space, allowing gravity to reshape its path, explained Gregory Lantoin, mission design and navigation lead at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory (JPL). These low-energy transfer techniques are not only cost-effective but also innovative, as they represent a shift toward more sustainable space travel methods. Equipped with 2 advanced scientific instruments, the High-Resolution Volatiles and Minerals Moon Mapper HVM3 and the Lunar Thermal Mapper LTM, Lunar Trailblazer is set to push the boundaries of lunar science. The HVM3 spectrometer provided by JPL will analyze the Moon's surface composition, while the LTM, developed by the University of Oxford, will capture thermal data to identify potential ice deposits. "We are really punching above our weight," Klesch noted, emphasizing the mission's significant international collaboration and multifaceted scientific objectives. As Lunar Trailblazer begins its mapping operations, it will make numerous orbits daily, allowing for extensive observation of the lunar surface. Its strategic positioning will enable it to explore permanently shadowed regions at the Moon's south pole where cold traps may harbor ice. Such discoveries could be crucial for future lunar exploration efforts, providing vital resources for astronauts. The mission is part of NASA's Simplex initiative, which supports low-cost, high-risk scientific endeavors. "We will succeed by embracing the flexibility built into our organization," remarked Lead Bennett, operations lead for the mission. This approach encourages innovative solutions while fostering educational opportunities for students involved in the project who will gain hands-on experience in mission operations. As the Lunar Trailblazer prepares for its launch, it represents a collaborative effort among leading institutions and companies including Lockheed Martin, which built the spacecraft, and the UK Space Agency, which funded the LTM instrument. The mission reflects NASA's broader goals under the Artemis program aimed at sustainable human exploration of the Moon and eventually Mars. The implications of Lunar Trailblazer extend beyond immediate scientific inquiry. By identifying water sources on the Moon, the mission lays the groundwork for future human habitation and exploration, marking a crucial step in humanity's journey beyond Earth. As Ellman noted, this mission not only aims to map the Moon's resources but also hopes to inspire a new generation of scientists and explorers. Looking ahead, the Lunar Trailblazer mission represents a pivotal moment in space exploration, blending advanced technology, international collaboration, and educational opportunities. As the launch date approaches, excitement builds around the potential discoveries that could reshape our understanding of water in the solar system and pave the way for future lunar missions.